What makes you think that, I mean, he's telling you that Eric Trump and Donald Trump and all these people are fake. So what makes you think he's not a fake too?
Angie, it's my money. I'm going to do it. He's not fake.
So you're going to just give him your Social Security, and then what are you going to do?
I will go to a shelter if I have to. I know I'm out of here on the 3rd. I'm going to leave on the 3rd, so you don't have to worry. There's not going to be any arguments about it. I'm just going to go.
I just, everybody's told you he's scamming you.
Everybody.
And he's already scammed you out of $200. So.
Wow.
The police have told you that. The bank has told you that. I have told you that.
I don't agree with them.
And you're going to.
It's my money, and I don't agree with them.
So you're just going to risk landing in the street and tough luck.
Exactly what I'm going to do. Okay. You can trust somebody. Nobody has any use for me. Period. Nobody. So I might land somebody who does have some use for me. And I might not, I don't know. But I am tired of being just stomped on everywhere I go. And no matter what I do, I can hand you all my money, which is not very much, but it pays the rent, the utilities, and the food with food stamps. And you don't have any use for me. The second you don't need me, I will be out the door anyway.
It doesn't begin to cover the expenses.
Do what?
I said it doesn't begin to cover the expenses, not even.
It covers your rent, your utilities, and the food stamps. It goes a long ways on your food, Angie.
Well, the food bill's about $1,200 to $1,500 a month, and your food stamps are about $200. So no, it doesn't.
Well, I'm sure I cover half of the expenses.
And then the electric bill's about $250, and the internet's another $150, and the gas bill's about $70, and the electricity is, did I say electricity? $250, $150, gas, yeah.
Okay, so that's $470 plus $870 is $1,430. It's
and then we got about
$1,330.
And then we got about $1,200 to $1,500 a month in groceries.
Groceries, I pay a third of that, and I pay all the other expenses. I just added it in my head for you. And I've been doing it for a while. I mean, the first time you have any little issue, you can just get your butt out of here. And you don't care what happens to me.
Your math ain't mathing. And what's the deal with Elon Musk? I mean, why do you trust Elon Musk?
You have to trust somebody. All the people in Clovis wouldn't even pick up the phone and talk to me, much less.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Because they stole all my money, I guess. And they think I'm after them, probably. Because I've never done anything to them. What do you think it is?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
That's what it is. Chuck was talking to me when he got my money. They all did. They're all dead. And if you do find out they're alive and you call them, they don't pick up the phone. They don't want to listen to it. And Bill Lockett, same thing. He has lived off of my money his entire life and his whole family. And you think he would pick up the phone and talk to me? Not on your life. And it doesn't matter if I'm in a motel and I have a stroke. And it doesn't matter. I don't have anybody that has any use for me whatsoever. And
so Elon Musk told you here a while back that he was going to send you his lawyers to fight your lawsuit. So what happened to that?
I told him no.
Why?
Because this is a workers' comp suit, and almost nobody will take them. And he would do it, I'm sure, but that would be offensive to him, and I can't think that would be the best route to go. Somebody that was offended because they had to do it. And I'm sure he would be.
So he would be offended to help you, but you're going to give him your Social Security.
No, Elon wouldn't be offended to help me, but his lawyer, it's not his field. That's what I told Elon. I said, that's not his field. He's not going to do that. He said, he will do anything I tell him to do. And I said, well, I'm going to handle this myself. And I'm handling it myself. I haven't asked for any help at all.
Every single person has told you this is a scam.
Okay, I'm an idiot. That's always the answer. I'm an idiot. So I'm an idiot. I get it. But, the money's mine. I'll make it a month in a shelter if I have to, and that's the way it is. I'm going to do it because it's a chance that we will have something more than just scraping all the time. And I'm tired of you, being a bully. I'm really tired of it. I do everything I can to help you. Every time you ever ask for money, I have always given you every time I have. Although it was nothing, you even said that you don't make any money anyway. And I don't anymore. But I have at times. And I have year after year after year at times. Trying to get you into something you wanted to do that was creative and interesting.
Well,
I would have helped you go to college, but you didn't want to go part-time and with me anywhere around, so.
that's not true.
Yes, it is true.
No,
I told you, we've moved away.
It's not
I
true.
did a job.
Okay, there's a lot here that's not true. So, you turned the house over to Rusty, supposedly to send me to school, and that never happened.
It didn't happen?
No, I didn't go to school. That did not happen.
Well,
I mean, that was the whole point.
He wouldn't let me rent the house because he was going to take it, and when he took it for nothing. We had $1,200.
And so, and then, anyway, school was just a carrot for decades. So, but, and since we've been back here, we tried to split up the money like 7 years ago. COVID was 7 years ago. It was that trip that we took to the East Coast.
We tried to split up money? When?
No, yeah. It was the trip we took to the East Coast when COVID got shut down, that we had put everything in storage and we were going to go our separate ways on money because
and I never got any.
You weren't producing anything. You were getting paid for what you were selling. I was getting paid for what I was selling, and then I was picking up the slack on about 80% of the expenses. So
well, you've got the company now. You've got everything. You took everything. You said, I'm going to take everything for the house and everything.
If you're not making the inventory, if you're not making the inventory and producing the revenue, then, and we've had this fight before where you said, well, if I make 6% of the money, I should only pay 6% of the bills, and that just doesn't work.
That's hashed over. You've got everything, and I'm not. That's in the floor is what I have.
Well, what I have in this apartment, I bought after I got to this apartment with my own labor, my own money, my own work, my own sales.
And
so.
And I gave you money every time I got paid.
Bonnie.
Well. This isn't an argument that's over. I'm not going to argue with you about it anymore. And
we kept up with those trips for 7 years. Me saying, if you could just pull your own weight, and I would make lists of the expenses every day of what I paid that you didn't cover. And at the end of it, you'd say, well, the year's over. I'm not paying that now. I mean, And this has gone on since COVID. When was COVID? 6-7 years ago? It's been a long goddamn time.
Okay, I'm out here on the 3rd. You're done with me. You don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm paid for the 3rd and I'm gone. And you don't have to check on me. You don't have to call me. I'm out here. And it doesn't matter if I land in the street. I can call a shelter. They'll come and get me probably. And that's what's going to happen. I am going to take a chance on this.
Because he's a trillionaire and you just think he's...
No, not because he's a trillionaire. Because there is a possibility that I will have an income when this is over. And I've gone through this with you for 4 months now.
What kind of an income?
An investment income.
How are you going to have an investment income?
Angie, it's none of your business. It's really not.
You're going to give him $1,400, and in 3 hours, it's going to multiply by 10 times. So in 3 hours, you're going to have $14,000. Okay. And he's going to pull up in the driveway with a new Tesla loaded with $250,000 cash. Right?
No, not even close.
Well, the last time you sent him $200, he was going to pull up in the driveway with a new Tesla that was full of $20,000 in cash. Because you said, You said if I give him $200, I get $20,000 in cash, and I give him $300, I get $30,000 in cash. That's what you said.
Okay, the delivery of the money,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm only going to tell you this once because I'm tired of this fight. It's not your business. If you win $100,000 in that deal
Mm-hmm.
and a Tesla, you have to pay the fee, which is $210. You've got $100,000, and if you win more than that, it's the same ratio. And if he invests it for you, he's got software, and you know he develops stuff all the time, so this is not a fraud thing. He has some software that they put the AI figures in, the way, because AI is just going crazy right now, and he put in Tesla, Microsoft, and Apple. I said, why did you do that when you have all these other companies of your own? And he said, I did it because it was a smooth trip around the world, because people would invest in it because somebody knew one of those companies. Okay. The way, and he didn't tell me this because this is what I think about marketing, they have to have so many investments to put that out, although they have tested it already. And I asked him, I knew when they were testing, I asked him how it was working. He said, excellent. He said, it's just going really well. And they're going to by AI rates, not Tesla rates, not Microsoft, not anybody else, just the biggest company he's got that's not even involved in this is what they base the software on. That's the ratio they use to check the income of it. Okay. What he did with Tesla, and he's doing this again, made a lot of people filthy rich, and their initial investment. I think these people had to have money. I don't think they were doing the $1,000 thing like they are now. But what they invested in 3 hours, because they run it through the computer because it's already set up what it's going to do. You can likely make 10 times. You'll make real. I said, is it doing that really? And he said it's doing real close every time. Okay. So if somebody put $1,000 in, they would have 10,000 in 3 hours, and then that's your initial investment. And then after that, it goes with the market. What AI is doing, that's run through that software, and AI is going crazy right now. He said we did this before with Tesla, and he said people got filthy rich. And the people that did initial in the very beginning got in on the ground floor, and he said. And it went around the world really, really smoothly because of all the different companies. So he got with Microsoft and with Apple and then his company Tesla. And Tesla has gone up 8% last month because I've been checking it. I check behind him what he tells me.
So you're gonna give him your Social Security and you're gonna get filthy rich. That's the plan.
Okay. I'm stupid.
I'm asking.
No, I'm stupid. I think there's a possibility I'd have an income. And I think that there's a possibility I'd have something to give to you if I die.
And this is what you're calling to pitch to people like Charles Kirksey and Rusty.
Oh, yeah, and they think I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Because they talk to those people all the time. They know all about it.
And who else did you call? You said you called Bill Lockett and you called
and they all
Danny Lee and I don't know, everybody in Clovis and everybody basically you've ever known, and every single person you know has told you this is a scam.
Angie, they didn't tell me it was a scam. They told me that I didn't know Elon Musk.
Well, let's see. He's worked for the president. He owns an electric car company that's global. He owns a global rocket company. I mean, and he texts you all day, every day, 20 hours a day. Think about that.
Angie, I have thought about it. I have thought about it. And I've thought about it for 4 months while you yanked the $200 back that I wanted to use to try it.
No, the $200 he got.
Well, he did it 4 times because you. They have some imposters chasing him, Angie. That's. Look at the news.
Do you understand that when he tells you, oh, that money went to the imposter, he got the money. He's just the fucking imposter. Do you not comprehend that?
I want you to just butt out, period. I know you think I'm stupid. I'm tired of being told I'm stupid. I'm really, really tired of it. That has been going on since the gang rape. I'm tired of it. Ruth started it, and boy, she revved it up, and you're keeping it going, and I'm sick of it.
Well, you know, you're going to land in the street is the problem.
That's fine. That's just good enough. I've been there before, believe me. I've been there twice before with you.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't matter. It would not matter, Angie. If I did everything you wanted me to do, you would be nasty to me. Yeah, you're not.
Okay, go back and look at this. So, we moved from Omaha.
Angie?
No.
No,
it's not over. You go back and listen to this. So we moved from Omaha. We had a nice house. We lived in the nice suburbs. Went to a good school. Like everything's normal, ideal, really ideal. And then we wind back in Lubbock, and the wiener eater neighbor fucker was the party on the block. So that was fun. But praise Jesus, everybody here's a Christian. So we moved back here in May. In November, we wind up back in Clovis, and big divorce on the horizon, which, wiener eater. But anyway, and so then we get to Clovis. So from November to a year from God knows when, we were living in Ruth's house with her running around the house chasing me on the boobs. Me telling you, Ruth is running around the house chasing me.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. And you told me, instead of doing anything to defend me, you told me that that I was just spreading gossip that Rusty told me because Rusty had always said she was a lesbian, which she probably was. But anyway, I was 11. So anyway, so then I begged you. You finally got that stupid apartment that I got dumped in for 6.5 days a week when nobody ever came home, and you would take me on Sundays to eat a free meal at your restaurant when nobody else's family came.
It wasn't free to you.
Well, it was a sopapilla and a salad, so you probably want money back for that. Rusty wants his money back for all the child support, so everything's transactional, and so that worked for a few years, and then we wound up in Alma's house. No, back up. We were at Ruth's house first, and then we went to Tommy's house. All of his furniture in there, all of his clothes in there. He had just bought that house. He had just started wallpapering it, furnishing it, landscaping it. We moved in on top of all of his furniture, all of his clothes, and he just moved out. And I realized there was some rent and transactional money going on, but he moved out of his house because we moved in. And he would come through occasionally and scream at me because, God forbid, I was sitting on the sofa, but he just finally got his house together. Looking back on it, I can kind of see his frustration. And so
he called me and asked me if I would make his house payment.
Let's go down the whole line of this.
Okay, that's what
let's go
you
down.
Don't know what happened.
No, I don't. But this is my life in the middle of this. So we're living in Ruth's house. We're living in Tommy's house. Then we wind up at Alma's house. Same thing, full of furniture, full of crap. And so then I got a car when I was 14 and finally could at least leave the house and go cruise Main Street. And somebody on Main Street who had a yellow car, who told me they were a year older than me in school, but probably were in their mid to late 20s, raped and groomed me for a number of months because I was at home alone 6.5 days a week with nobody around and a mother running around town. Oh, my kid's at home alone all the time. Nobody's around her. Nobody's looking out for her. Okay, you do not take any responsibility for yourself ever. So then we get out of that mess, and where do we wind up? Right back at Uncle Tommy's house with all of his furniture and all of his shit in the house. We did not have a place to live ever from the time of the divorce until Los Angeles, 2000, so 22 years. We spent
Well, after 5 years in Omaha, we had a house.
Yeah, no furniture. We didn't. We lived in Omaha in 2 apartments that we got evicted out of. One of them was a furnished apartment, which is the only reason we had a bed to sleep on, and the other one had no furniture in it. You know.
And you were not working, and you could have been.
Oh, I
And
was.
You didn't work any of that
Bullshit. I worked at Dial America. I worked at Applebee's. I worked at Pizza Hut. I worked my tail off in that place. You did too. And you would come in with heaping loads of sweaters and coats and stuff for me to cut and sew and make bears while you ran around and sold them. And stuff we sold to the stores. Angels, the Naked Freds and Naked Neldas, yes.
I sewed stuff all of myself. You got
Bullshit. The fuck you did.
Okay,
You did not. You did not. And all the years that we were selling stuff, when you would come in and say,
why didn't you leave then? You were plenty old enough to do it. If you hated that place so bad and that stuff so bad,
let me tell you,
why didn't you go?
I have been saddled to you for too goddamn many years, and I'm fucking fed up with it. And you're doing the same stupid thing again. You're gonna blow your Social Security. You are gonna just send it off to the scammer to get yourself in another goddamn hole that somebody has to get you out of. No. And you have a lifetime cycle of getting yourself in shitholes.
Who couldn't pay their bills when you called me, Angie? You couldn't pay your bills.
Bullshit.
I give up.
Bullshit.
I give up.
Bullshit.
You turn everything around.
Bullshit.
You just lie and lie and lie.
It is all bullshit, Bonnie.
Okay.
We lived on the road, hotel to hotel to hotel, with a sewing machine in the back seat, a toaster oven, paint, all this crap we worked with, and jewelry bags, and whatever it's been over the years for 14 years, almost 15 years collectively. Go sell every day, unload the entire car every night, work all night till about 3 in the morning, get about 2 hours sleep, load up the car, go again, and hotel to hotel to hotel, town to town to town, state to state to state. For years. We had stability in Los Angeles, and I finally found some stability here, and you had the apartment next door.
And I was paying your rent.
No, you were not. You were not. Okay. You absolutely were not.
Every month you couldn't pay your rent.
Bullshit.
I would call in and
Bullshit.
say, okay, she can't pay her rent, I'm paying hers.
I cannot keep up with both of us all the time. You absolutely refuse to make any money.
Add up the money you've made since I've been sitting here, Angie. You haven't made as much as I have donated to this situation.
You know what? You need to donate to this situation. I beg your pardon. We have had years of me carrying the load and the load and the load. And,
When I get out of here, you're not going to hear from me ever again.
Fine.
And then you'll be done.
That's great. But you are making a stupid choice.
Okay.
You are making a completely stupid choice.
Okay.
Because you are going to give your entire Social Security to somebody who is a total scammer, and you are going to wind up in the street.
Okay. I've got your advice, and I'm leaving on the 3rd with my Social Security, and I dare you to take 1 cent of it.
I'm not doing anything. I'm sick of keeping up with it. I don't really care if you get screwed or not, but I'm not going to pick it up again. I'm just not.
You didn't pick it up this time, I did. And I picked it up too. That's over.